So in another story, my whole family was alcoholics. Everybody, my mama, my daddy, my auntie, my uncles, cousins, everybody was alcoholics. So my mom had 3 brothers and 1 sister. And this story is mainly about my one uncle and my only aunt. I love my aunt, so I'm not going to say nothing bad about her. But my uncle was a very successful man. And I hope if one of his kids run across this, no disrespect, he was my uncle, my mama's youngest brother. So I did love him. I did. But my uncle was very successful. Very, very, very successful. He had like a master's degree in like engineering or something. And he worked for, I want to say it was either GM or Chrysler, one of them. He worked for them for like 30 something years. He was paid. He had money. What he also had was a bunch of women. I can remember my uncle having a girlfriend as young as maybe 6 or 7. There was a white girl back then. And then, like going into 8, 9, and 10, it was another chick. Her name was Tenny. And his family probably like, why are you telling us about our dad? Because shit your dad did affected me as a fucking kid. So the one named Tanny ended up being my sister's godmother, some type of weird way. My uncle never said don't say anything. And the crazy part is my uncle was married to my aunt for over 30 or 40 something years. That's the crazy thing. He never told me not to say nothing. I guess he was just arrogant enough to know that I wouldn't say anything. And over the years as I grew up, it was other girls, friends. The last one that I met, she was so vulgar, mouth like the toilet. She was absolutely horrible. So I never said anything. I never said a word. And my uncle wasn't the only one doing it. My aunt dabbled a little bit too, but she would tell me, Pebbles, you better shut your mouth. You know them relatives that told you to shut your mouth. And I'm not going to say which one, but one of them made me call the other person a cartoon character name because they didn't want me going to repeat it back to my uncles and my aunts. So as I got older, that same uncle would come to me and make comments like, oh, you're not doing this properly and you're not doing that properly. And I'm older now. So I'm looking like, the nerve of you to say what I'm not doing and you're committing adultery and you've been committing adultery since I was as young as I can remember. You've always had a girlfriend and you're married. So why do you feel the need to point something out that I'm doing when you doing something absolutely horrible? You committing adultery against my aunt. I never said that, but at a point I did write him a letter and I mailed it to his house and I didn't give a fuck who opened it. I just wanted to make sure that he heard what the fuck I said and he left me alone. My aunt and my uncles were married for 40 something years. And they had this type of shit going on my whole life. As a kid, I seen all of this. And I don't know, it just put a bad taste in my mouth about marriage. And that same uncle ended up divorcing my aunt. He even had a baby by another woman. He had a baby by another woman, and then he married one of the girlfriends that I knew of. And she was absolutely horrible. And I hated that for my aunt. I hated that. And I never told her anything. I think after my uncle passed away, I think I ended up telling her. I'm not for sure. I think I wrote her a message and told her. I don't really think she gave a fuck, but I don't know what you people see in marriage. I do not see it. I view marriage as being vile at a young age. Just sitting back watching what my older relatives did and me having to be quiet about it or shut my mouth and not say nothing. I don't get the purpose of marriage, because these were people that were married to their significant others for 30, 40 some years, and they had outside affairs, but they stayed with each other. I don't know, looking at that just seems a little dysfunctional to me. I don't want to be with somebody married for 20 years, 30 years. I never had a desire for marriage, and I think that's why. So that uncle, we were always on bad terms for years after I wrote that letter. Like, I would still go to family functions, but it was all fake. It was definitely all fake. And I was so angry. I said, he's going to end up passing away of a bad death. And he passed away during COVID time. And I never got a chance to ever reconcile with him. I didn't think about it then. I think about it now because everybody's gone, and I think about it now, but I never got a chance. We never got a chance to be back how we were when I was a kid. He died by himself because with COVID, nobody could be with you during that time. He also had the same thing my mom had, which was, my mom had Alzheimer's. I think he had dementia. Gotta be careful how you treat people. That shit come back on you 10 times worse.